Eastern Kentucky, where I was raised, where the wildlife and mountains call my name. I was born to hunt, I was born to guide, a camouflage on a rifle by my side. Just good old country boys chasing dreams in the Appalachian Mountains, a field of streams. From those white-tailed bucks strutting toms, the bugling elks they're on the run. Where those dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. The coyotes run all night. It's music to my ears and in my sights. I've got this hunting fever down in my bones. Glad my daddy taught me everything I know. From those white-tailed bucks strutting toms, the bugling elks they're on the run. Where dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. From those white-tailed bucks strutting toms, a bugling elks they're on the run. Where dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. The TLC Outfitter is our name.
Hey everybody, happy Tuesday night. Welcome to On Air and Outdoors with TLC Outfitters. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. As always, I'm Trinity and we're joined tonight by a little under the weather, Mr. Matt Woolwine. Buddy, how you doing?
I'm all right, buddy. If I'm not my old chippy set, you're going to have to look past my beard here. I kind of took a nap when I got off work today, so, you know, kind of got some stuff going on here, but that's all right.
You know what you need, don't you?
I do, buddy. I do.
Yeah. You need a little.
Look right here. Yeah. So check this out. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But I used it this morning, but I've not used it since I took my little nap here.
Yeah.
Oh, so
yeah.
Hey, look, it's a good product. It's not a miracle worker, right?
Yeah. You know what I tell my barber every time he cuts my hair, don't you? There's only so much you can do with ugly.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, folks, we're glad y'all tuned in. Thank y'all so much. If you're not done so, please like and share this video. Get the word out there about all things on air and outdoors. We took the week off last week, and we're back with you this week. Not going to have a real long show. We've got some things to talk about, got some people to brag about, and then we're going to dive into some elk numbers. You know, Matt, people ask us all the time, what's the real numbers from the past year? We've got those tonight. We're going to show you where you can go see them for yourself. We're going to be talking about them hard Kentucky elk numbers. And, you know, people look at that sometimes and they get real discouraged. But the good thing is if you're going with a credible outfitter like TLC Outfitters, your odds of getting that once in a lifetime harvest is well above what you're going to see on this website.
That's right. That's right. You know, the numbers that we'll look at tonight are all inclusive. It includes the guys doing, you know, the guys and gals trying to do it on their own. It includes the outfitter numbers. I mean, it's all that. And so when you see this all inclusive number, and then you break out the actual number that was harvested by do-it-yourselfers and the actual number that was harvested, you know, with a reputable guide, those are going to be pretty significantly different.
That's exactly right. And we'll take a look at all that here in just a few moments. We got some folks with us. Gator Paul Sherrod down there in Florida, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning in. And our biggest fan, our number one fan, my mama, Miss Shirley. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
I bet Mama Shirley's got a home remedy, some mullein tea or something like that. She could give me, make me feel right better, back to normal.
You know what Pop always wanted? He had all that congestion and everything. He'd get her to make up this thing. You think it's going to catch on fire? This chest rub stuff. I mean, it's got everything from lamp oil to you name it in it. And she put it in there and rub him down and rub us down, man. And we our chest under her nose, on her temples, and it opens right up. She got a home remedy for everything. So, want to get to our Bicknell Bunch brag board, of course, brought to you by Bicknell Bunch Outdoors. If you've not done so, please go over and take a look at their Facebook page. Man, I tell you what, they've got some good stuff going on, and that 6.2 has grown to over 10,000. We're very proud of the Bicknell Bunch and everything they do, what they represent, and all the good works. If you're looking for a pick-me-up, folks, go over to the Bicknell Bunch Outdoors, posting some good stuff and just all around amazing people. Let's see. Where are we going to start at? Oh, we got to start right at the top, babe. My little buddy, you know, we talk about Tanner Murphy every week. Of course, his mom is a coworker of mine. And but little Tanner has got a grandpa and got some folks that are big into outdoors, and he loves it, man. And right now he is bit by the catfish bug at these pay lakes, and he has had the opportunity to slay some really nice catfish there out of the pay pond. A good way to get kids out to enjoy the great outdoors and some good family fun right there. So little Tanner Murphy putting some freezer fire on the ground in the basket right there.
Yeah, those are good spots to keep kids interested. You know, should have a lot of action at the pay lakes and be able to get something to stick in the skillet.
That's right. Talking about some noodling, our very own RJ Johnson. Nice flathead. Continue with the catfish. Of course, this ain't no pay pond. This is get in there and get dirty with them. And we didn't get a chance to go do ours. Our scouting report was not good, but that's okay, buddy. We'll get them eventually.
You know, we the area that we were going to go to in one rain session had 8 inches of rain. So waters were high at the time we needed to be down there. And by the time that the lake receded enough for us to get in there, all we were seeing was minnows, according to our guide, I guess you would say. But you know, went in and checked 20 or 25 holes and already had they had already moved off nest. So Unfortunately, we didn't get to get in there this year, but we will.
That's right. That's right. Talk about our buddy. If you caught the not last week's show, but week before, we actually came to you live from Africa with Justin Tinsley, Justin and Christy Tinsley. They made it back safely. We're thankful for that. Cobus, I mean, man, turning on the 5-star accommodations and food and taking care of Justin and Christy while they were over there. And we hope to be on the next trip. But I showed some of those animals that he had harvested. I got a few here tonight. We kind of talked about Africa, those South African safaris. I'll tell you what, man, if people don't pick up on this, they're missing out. Gator Paul says, I think Matt just chicken out from going.
Buddy.
Right here's the one you got to worry about.
There's a lot of things you can say about Matt, but it ain't that he cowboys up, buddy, whenever it needs to happen.
I cowboy up too, but it don't mean I like it. I can tell you that right now. Talking about this little fella right here. This is I guess one of what we call the tiny 10. This is a diker, and you see representing Tinsley Custom Wildlife right there. Justin putting a nice shot on this. A little gem, and this is one of those tiny 10 that's not easy to come by.
Yeah, very elusive, very small. Slip in and out of the cracks of them rocks over there in the mountain region of Africa. The mountains are something you don't really think a whole lot of when you think of Africa, but real unique setting over there at Van Buren, and super enjoyable. Can't wait to get back, but. Yeah, man. This is just one of many that they were able to take home with them this year.
Yeah. And, man, look at what a stud Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is an awesome Impala.
Just looking at this picture, he looks really tall, really long horns there. But I'll tell you, man, I think the one he killed over there with us when we went in 23 had more mass than this. I mean, he's really finding some nice Impalas over there.
Yeah. Yep. And to finish things off, a nice springbuck, man. Look at the color on that. Look at those bases.
Yeah. Something a lot of people don't realize, if you see right there where Justin's binoculars and scope is, you see that white streak on their back. That actually stands up. And so it's almost like they got a mohawk back there, middle of their back, on back towards their haunches. Pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this. Good looking animal right there. And, man, this is only one of 3 that you can get. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do over there. Our buddy Mark Campbell. Hey, Mark, buddy, hope you're doing well, man. Do they have a poor boy package?
It's so much more affordable than what everybody expects. I'm not going to say it's cheap, but it is more affordable than everybody expects. And like I said, you can book a trip, you can get over there, and you don't have to pull the trigger on everything. You can get over there and enjoy it. Photography tours, there's different archaeological sites that are close by that you can go visit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do.
Fishing
over there in Africa. Fishing. There's now duck hunting.
Yeah.
There's like
predators.
26 species of ducks or something like that we do not have in the United States. So yes, I won't call it a poor boy package, but it's more affordable than people think. And unless you're checking with us, I mean, it's something that's going to get away from you. Like I said, get over there, figure out what your budget is, and it's up to you whether you pull the trigger or not.
That's right. Another one of Kentucky's finest right there when it comes to elk guiding. Mark Campbell, man, we appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, man, I'm excited to get over there. Looking forward to it. I mean, For me, the odds and ends. I mean, you could go over there and pick one of the bigs. If you wanted a kudu, or you wanted one of the things when you think of Africa. But I mean, man, the list is a mile long at all the things that you can harvest.
Yeah. There's tons of small stuff. There's tons of predators. A lot of not, there's a lot of stuff that you can hunt at night that are inexpensive animals to take home. But there again, I mean, if you're just sitting there thinking that it's a trip that you're never going to be able to do, and you don't call us and let us talk about it to you, I mean, you're never going to know. But one of the really nice things about the African trip, as far as sticking to a budget, is you can spread all that cost out. That was something that we didn't realize until we started talking to Cobus. Was you book your hunt, that's a deposit, and then like 6 months later, we bought our plane tickets, and we were able to pay those off, and and then before we even went to Africa, and then we got to Africa and we paid for our hunt. So, I mean, by the time that you can spread this cost out over a couple year period.
Yeah.
So that way it's you're not coming up with all this at one time.
Yeah. I think Justin said even if you wanted to be on a 3 or 4 year plan,
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think we went on that trip.
No. But what I'm saying is if if 2 years or a year isn't enough time, you can stretch this thing out even farther. And man, the list, I mean, you could go over there and harvest a lot for a little. So, there's a will, there's a way, there's all kinds of stuff. So at least give us a chance to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Anybody that's interested. So, and man, that brings us to your favorite subject, and that's coyotes. Finishing out, I see that. The old Fox Pro on there. Finishing out thermal season strong. Miss Jill got the anchor, man.
Not this guy.
Well,
I mean,
Miss Jill bailed you out.
Yeah.
Right there on the Bicknell Bunch brag board. Miss Jill getting bit by the thermal bug, babe. Tell us about this one.
But I can't wait till you get back up here so you can figure out how to download this video.
Yeah.
It's too long for me to send to you or what, what I'm saying, but we can only see that much of its ears. and I, of course I'm linked to my phone, so I'm watching it on my phone, and she's on the gun. And she's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "That's got to be him. It's moving. It's in. We had this thing we seen it at 500 yards.
Confirmed that it was a coyote.
Confirmed it was a coyote, right?
Yeah.
Well, all right. So first of all, in true covert chaos fashion, we're trying to get to a place where we want to set up. We get out of the truck. We walk 15 feet, and the coyotes light up. And they're within 200 yards. And so now we can't get where we're going because they're right where we want to be. So we, that gate that you see in the picture there, we go through that gate, and we walk about 20 yards, and we set up. And there is a corn food plot that's just been planted, so it's basically just dirt, and then tall weeds on both sides for a 500 yard stretch. And so we get set up there, and before I even get the collar put out, there's a coyote in the field, like 300 yards. It didn't want anything I don't know if it's seen us already. It heard us come in. I don't know exactly what happened, but it didn't want nothing to do with us. And so this guy missed it. All right. So,
wait, now hold up.
yeah.
Did I hear you right? Did you say you missed? Where you
I
at,
did.
Gator Paul? Because he was all up in
Yeah.
here talking about me missing. I need some
Yeah,
backup, Gator Paul.
my thermal season ended on a sour note, we'll just say. So I miss. All right. So it runs off. Of course, I'm probably
Distraught.
saying a few 4-letter words to myself. And so Jill goes out and puts the call out. We turn the call on.
X24 MFK, as you can see it right there in the Fox Pro MFK.
Yep. So we turn the call on. We hit a few female hounds. We go straight to pup distress. And we look, and 500 yards, here it comes, son. And it is on a dead sprint right down the edge of that new cornfield, coming right at us. And I'm like, Jill, you got to get on the gun right now. And so the tripod was too tall. I had to adjust the tripod as the coyote's running at us so that she could get on it to shoot. And it's coming, and she's like, what do I do? I mean, she's never done this before. And there again, covert chaos, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So this thing's coming at us full speed, and I'm like, you just wait. I was like, you're going to shoot this thing at 10 feet. It's going to run right up here, and you're going to shoot it at 10 feet. And it comes up through there, and about 75 yards, it peels off into the weeds off to our right. And it's hopping through there. So now all you're seeing is it hopping. Hop, hop, hop. And she just keeps following it. And then all of a sudden it quits hopping. And it's in the weeds. And she can't see it no more. I can't see it no more. And she's spooked. Like the last time we seen it, it was probably 40 yards. And it got up to us to where we could hear it walking. And she's like, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, just keep scanning. It'll mess up. It'll make the thing was trying to get around downwind of us. And I kept muting and unmuting the call, just trying to keep it interested without it getting around behind us to get downwind. And like I said, this thing had to be within 15 yards at one time. We could hear its footsteps. And all of a sudden it shows up about 50 yards away, and this is all we see. It's just that much of its ears. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking there's no way she's going to make this shot. And she's got her crosshairs right on the top of its head because that's all you can see. And she's like, what do you want me to do? And in my mind, I'm like, there's no way that she's going to be able to kill that thing because we can't see it. But it's going to wind us. It's going to spook. We're not going to get a shot. I want her to get a shot. And I was like, drop your crosshairs down just a little bit. So she dropped her crosshairs down just a little bit. And I said, squeeze the trigger. I mean, I'd already missed one. You know what I mean? What's it matter? Squeeze the trigger. So she shot the thing right in the Adam's apple.
KO.
Oh, I mean, just crushed it, right?
Yeah.
And it was awesome, man. I mean, she was so excited. And at this time, we have no idea because the weeds are so tall. We don't know if she killed it or not. It could have run off. It, whatever. I mean, we couldn't really tell anything. And so we walked up there. Of course, we had the thermal, so we were able to find it laying in the weeds. And she was super excited, man. Super excited.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Gator Paul said he was saving it for Jill. That's your story and sticking to it.
Yeah.
Then we got Justin. Justin up finally on here. He missed his big hoorah. We were showing all his pictures. And then Gator Paul said, Justin, Matt missed.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, look, I'm not too proud. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too proud. I mean, if you're going to get into the thermal game, you're going to miss. And I mean, Trendy will back me up on this. I've missed a lot with the thermal. It is not the same as shooting a daylight scope. It's more buttons involved. We're worried about trying to get video. I mean, these guys that do these self-filmed hunts, and they've got all these gadgets that they got to worry about, plus making a good shot and all this. I mean, kudos to you guys, because I can't figure out how to use my scope fast enough to make a good shot. I mean, it's all on me, you know.
Man,
And,
it's quick.
I just go ahead and tell you, we went back the next night. I missed one at 20 yards. It was not funny. It was not funny at the time.
I am not the only one that missed one at 20 yards now.
No. And it had no idea we were there. I mean,
Mama says, so season has gone out. You two didn't even take one hunt on our land. You two won't do. Going to hunt me someone to hunt the coyotes here. I give up on you two. Mama is not happy.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, we will be there. We'll be there. We need to get up there in the daylight.
That's right.
I got my daylight gun ready now. So
yeah, I'm working on mine. Paul says, believe me, I miss a lot at night. Man, it's different. You know what I mean? I mean, we're running Rick's Leap 6s, L6s, 640 resolution, the best on the market without spending $18,000. And I tell you, man, the clarity of these Rick's optics is unbelievable. And until you try them out, you just don't know what I'm talking about. There's no better price. There's no better ergonomics as far as the simplicity of being able. I've checked them all out. I mean, there's a lot of good optics out there on the market, but for an entire package, for the overall package, you're not going to beat a Rick's. You're just not going to do it. And the Rick's, I really feel like these Rick's scopes were made with a hunter in mind, as far as how to use them, the quickness. I mean, you've got everything there. I mean, at your friend, there's no hunting for it. There's no whatever,
Yeah. You still got to be familiar with it.
That's right.
It's
got a lot of bells and whistles. It does. But once you get it dialed in and you know a little bit about it, and I mean, let's face it. I mean, you're stuck in the 1800s there, Jeremiah Johnson. But you do all right. You do all right. I'm proud of you. But
yeah,
man,
I mean, we're talking about how many I missed. You got something on here I actually killed?
Oh, I do. What about
Look at that, buddy? Look at that.
Daylight.
I told you I had my daylight scope back in, or my daylight gun zoom back in there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we got us a daylight coyote going on right here, right there in front of the blackberries, and that's an awesome picture, man. And we're getting ready to cause some chaos with a bunch of coyotes in the daytime now.
Yep. Oh, dude, I mean, I'm so tore up over it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Gator
Paul says, I missed one at 20 yards with a shotgun. I can tell you what's about ready to happen, Gator Paul. When thermal season comes back in, we will have a shotgun thermal setup. When the both of us are hunting, when two people's hunting, and this is what I try to tell people, man, and I think sometimes they think we're just blowing smoke. Every time we go out, almost every time, unless we stayed up cooking all night the night before or something like that, more times than not, 8 times out of 10, we have a coyote in shotgun range.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when we go back out, walk into the field in those close quarters, there will be a shotgun thermal set up for this coming season. And if you ain't booking with TLC Outfitters for these thermal hunts, you haven't got in the thermal game, ain't wanting to pay the money for, I'm telling you, it is worth the money to go out, and we've got 100% opportunity rate. I wish I could say we got 100% success rate, but if you and I both could shoot just a wee bit better, we'd be all right.
There's no telling what we would have killed by now.
That's right. That's right.
But the people, I'm telling you right now, I mean, you cannot convey how much fun this is. And if you're not calling TLC to go on a thermal night hunt, or I mean, coyote hunt, what daylight,
Daytime.
whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're not calling us, you just can't imagine how much fun that you can have after dark that's legal.
That's right. One time, people talk about duck hunting all the time, how addictive it is. People talk about all this other stuff. They have no clue what addiction is until you go thermal night hunting.
I mean, for me, I mean, you know, I duck hunted a lot when I was younger, and I loved it. And of course, my son, that's probably his main passion is duck hunting. I mean, look here, folks. I got a Canada Goose wedding band. Okay. I mean, I've done some duck hunting in my life, right? If I could shoot me a banded coyote, I'd be over the moon. I'd be over the moon.
Yep. We're going to have to try to catch them and put some bands on them just so you can do that.
I'm going to have little ear tags in them or something.
That's right. Congratulations to all of our Bicknell Bunch brag board folks. We appreciate you all so much for sending us those pictures. And time to get after some daylight coyotes. Thermal seasons came and gone. We're pushing. We've talked to some folks on the commission about at least opening thermal season up for July and August while there's no seasons in. And we got a long stretch. When does it come back in? December?
December, buddy. We got 5 months.
Yeah. Maybe we can practice our shooting a little bit between.
Yeah.
Ben Moore, Benelli with a heavy shot choke tube and a box of heavy shot dead coyote tee shot will kill out the 60 yards, no problem. Man, you take a setup like that, topped with a Rick's thermal. Oh, I mean, it's gonna be nice. Yeah,
60 yards. We're closer than that typically.
Oh yeah, we're within blister. we're within him in the head with the wad type deal.
I mean, there's been a couple times, dude, when I just felt like turning around and running away.
Nipping at your heels. Yep, that's right. All right, man, I want to switch gears a little bit. You know, we just finished up with the unit selection for the elk hunt. You know, you think about it, man. It's July the 2nd. You know, we've got the rest of July, August, and then September's here, and we're elk hunting. It is right around the corner. It will be here before you know it. June 30th, we just finished up the deadline for the unit selection. So I hope everybody had a chance to get their units in. If not, you'll get a unit. May not be the one you want, but you'll get a unit regardless. But we're going to go over. We get asked all the time about numbers from the prior years. And I keep preaching to everybody and telling everybody about fw.ky.gov, the official website of the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. They do a great job of putting all this information out. There's more information than you can cover in days and days and days worth of reading on so many things with Kentucky's huntables and non-huntable wildlife. So I hope everybody will take a chance to go over and at least just scan through it. You might be able to find some stuff that you don't know about. I want to, and boy, that was not the button to push. I want to head over to, if I can get this right here and technology don't get the best of me. Can you see that right there? Can you see are we on the website?
Yeah.
Yep. So this is the site that I'm talking to you about all the time. This is fw.ky.gov. It's going to bring you to the page. It's going to bring you to the home page right here. You can hit that shield. This is the home page. When you scroll down, if you've not been on here, and I would imagine most people have, it's going to have highlights. Kentucky Fish and Wildlife urges boater safety over July the 4th holiday. Remember, alcohol and water don't mix. I hope everybody will stay safe. All kinds of videos. You could not believe the amount of videos. And then other links here. all kinds of good stuff. I see Salado in there. You took little man to Salado, you and Jill did, and had a ball, looks like, the other day. But when you come up here, you've got alerts, you've got hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife education, enforcement license, and so much more. My profile is going to be where you click on there and you can log into your profile. And this is going to have your license history and it tell you if you got drawn for the elk hunt or not. You can also do a harvest, a telecheck in there if you've harvested something that needs telecheck. So much information. But here's where we want to go today. We want to go to hunting. When you go to the hunting page and you scroll down, right there's the hunting and trapping guides, season dates, telecheck, and quota hunts, all right there at a click of the button. But when you go down here, learn to hunt. And people, man, a lot of times don't, take for granted that there's a lot of folks out there that have not even began their hunting and fishing adventures yet and looking to get into it. And I hope if you ever have the chance to run across somebody like that, that instead of being like, well, I've done this for so long, whatever, I hope that you'll help them. And we need more people to advocate and to fight for our natural resources. And I hope that people will take that opportunity to do that. We've got deer hunting, elk hunting, migratory birds, turkey, bear, squirrel, waterfowl, all kinds of stuff. Find a place to hunt. You can select the county that you want to look at, interactive maps. And right here is even more: grouse, small game, fur bear. You can see all of it right there. We don't have time to go over all, but here's what I want to do. I want to go to elk hunting. When you go to elk hunting, it's going to pull up all kinds of information. It's all right here. Elk program history. This is going to tell you the history of the elk restoration program. Elk hunting info. Available Kentucky elk permits and elk regulations right there. Let's go to elk hunting info. When you scroll down right here, you got all kinds of resources over here. It's going to give you a little insight into what's going on. Here's the EHU, or the elk hunting units. You can see there's 7. EHU 1 is closed to elk hunting, so there's actually 6 huntable units. And then you've got all kinds of maps and the EHU overview, all kinds of good information. Here's the hunting area drawing. And when we get down here, we're getting down to some brass tacks now. Max number of hunters per hunt unit for 2024. We get asked all the time, well, how many tags are in a unit or in a season or whatever? And I think this is going to really shed some light on to a lot of people. There's 500 available tags, okay? 96 tags for Unit 2, 142 for Unit 3, 77 for Unit 4, 56 for Unit 5, 70 for Unit 6, 59 for Unit 7. Unit 4 and Unit 5 took the biggest hit because that's probably where they got the majority of non-harvest from those 94 tags. We had 594 tags last year. And I believe that some of the officials said that the majority of the tags came from Unit 4 and Unit 5 that were cut. So right here, you can see how many is available each for the either sex archery and crossbow. This is 3 weeks of hunting right there, 2 in September and 1 in December. Bullfire and all the firearm weeks, not talking about the youth or not talking about commission tags or landowner tags, but the 4 public firearm seasons right here are 5 days each. So you can see right here, like for Unit 2, there's 10 bull firearm week 1, 10 bull firearm week 2, 21 cow tags, and 4 youth tags. And you can just kind of go down through there and see what. So when you look at Unit 5, there's only going to be 10 bull hunters drawn each week for Unit 5. 23 archers, 5 cows, 3 either sex archery. And you can see the rest of that layout right there. So total tags, we get this asked a lot of time, 170 archery tags out of the 500, 70 bull tags each week for 140 bull tags, 82 cow firearm tags each week for 164 cow tags, and 26 youth tags, which are either sex youth tags. Now, this 500 does not include commission tags and also landowner tags. Keep that in mind. We get a lot of questions about success over the prior year. So right here it is. You hear us talk about it all the time. Now, it's just like Matt said in the early going. This is a collective summary. This is for do-it-yourself hunters. This is for maybe somebody, all these tags just shows the availability and the harvest. And there's a lot that goes into this. You've got outfitters and guides harvest, do-it-yourself harvest. You've got people counted in here that maybe didn't get a chance to go hunt. They only hunted one day, whatever. But this is going to give you an overview. So here's bullfire in week 1 and week 2. You can see each of the units. Now, this is last year, so there were more tags available, 594 tags available last year, and you can see the percentages overall. Week 1 and Unit 2 was 50. Unit 3 is 47.6. Unit 4 was 30. Unit 5 was 30. Unit 6 was 55.6. Unit 7 was 40%. Right here. Bull week 2. Unit 2 dropped off significantly. All of them really did except for Unit 7. And you can see an overall of 41.3%. They were 31 bulls harvested out of 75 tags. 20% in Unit 2, 23.8 in Unit 3, 10 and 10 in Unit 4 and 5, 44 for Unit 6, and 80% for Unit 7 for 24%. Here's the cow firearm week 1. Unit 2, 19, 28.6, 16 in Unit 4, 38.5 in Unit 5, 52.2 in Unit 6, 50% in Unit 7, overall 32%. Here's cow firearm week 2, 33 in Unit 2, 21, 48, 15, 52, 41.7, right there, 36.1. Archery, 23.3, 31.6, 25.6, 30.4, 36, and 20% for 28%. And then either sex, 100% in Unit 2, 25 in Unit 3, 40 in Unit 4, 20 in Unit 5, 60 in Unit 6, and 100% in Unit 7 for 52%. Total drawn hunters right here gives you the entire package. Right here it is, folks. We were off, man. We were saying 38%. It's 32.7% overall harvest out of the 594 tags. That does not include landowner tags and commission tags. 194 harvested for a 32.7% success rate. And it even breaks down regulated areas for the last 5 years, 6 years, I guess, for the last 6 years. And you can even get elk reports, elk surveys. And here's all kinds. If you're new to elk hunting and want to do it yourself, even down to quartering, archery hunting, you won the draw, now what, all kinds of stuff. Elk hunting basics, elk hunting 101, 102. So a lot of good information right there, man. A lot of good information. Did I miss anything?
No, but I think a lot of times when people get drawn for a tag and they've heard kind of the horror stories of you don't need a guide, you can do it on your own. Just come on down here. I know this guy that's got property down here. Well, let me tell you something. You can look at those numbers right there. It ain't easy.
No.
Whether you do it with yourself or whether you do it with a guide, it ain't easy. But I would urge everybody to play the cards in your favor. And I promise you that you're going to have a better opportunity of success if you're with a reputable guide over going by yourself.
That's right.
Look, there's going to be a few people out of the 500 tags that really do know somebody that's got elk in their backyard eating their tomatoes out of their garden. But I'm telling you, man, that is not the typical case.
That's right. That's right. Our very own Cameron Hamilton says you need a guide for 100% need a guide for a real shot, and this is right. Now, here's what I tell hunters: I do not discourage people from trying to have a do-it-yourself hunt. What I tell them is if you can spend week after week down here finding multiple areas to hunt in your unit, and you can put cameras out and you can spend a lot of time. But now here's the thing. You can come down here and you can scout all you want to in July and August. Come September, when that rut kicks in, it's all different.
Yeah.
It is all
and
different.
Another thing, people will go down there and they think they got the elk pinpointed. All right. I got this 300-acre tract. It's got elk on it every day. I got them pinpointed. I rolled in there to the gate and blew a bugle call, and there's 3 different bulls on this 300 acres. Whatever. I seen them. I got them on trail camera or what. I don't know. Whatever that is. And then you roll in there day one before daylight, and the wind swirls on you, and them elk won't be back to that 300 acres for a month.
That's right.
So you better have multiple places. And that's one really good thing that a guide does is, typically we've got multiple places that we can move to if we need to.
Yep, that's exactly right. Our buddy Wayne says better late than never, joining in, and Gator Paul's right behind him says about time you made it. That's right. Gator Paul. Cameron Hamilton, excited to say that we've got a brand new NWTF chapter going on in Eastern Kentucky. We're super excited about it. We're going to be posting about it. We've got a expo coming up in August, and we've got a calling championship with the NWTF going to be hosted in Eastern Kentucky, and all kinds of good things. I'm excited to get that back going. Matt, we had the chapter for about 5 years here and done really well with it. Had a really hopping chapter along with my mom and dad, and it went away for a little while. I told them, I said, I'll give you 5 years, and we gave them 5 hard years. And, out of about almost 100 people, we had 3 or 4 working members. So, I'm excited. We got some, these guys, Bub Tackett, Cameron, a bunch of them's got people on fire about it, and they need to be. We are lucky to live where we do, where, turkeys, from what I've seen, turkeys aren't under the dire straits that they are other places. It depends on who you talk to, but it's time now before much later to really bring, light to our wild turkey. So pretty excited, man. It's going to be good stuff. Looking for members for sure. What have I missed, man? Oh, July 15th, around July 15th. Now, this isn't certain, but around July the 15th, the units will be up. It may be sooner than that. Just got to stay tuned to your profile and see if you what unit you get drawn, and then that's when the real work begins. That unit, you get an RA, you get to hone in on where you're gonna hunt at and do all that stuff. So, yep, pretty good stuff. And man, I like what you said there a while ago about how tough it is. Don't listen to everybody that you talk to about elk. The first question that I would have if I was drawn to somebody that's been to Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky, to hunt elk, and you're looking for information, and listen, kudos to everybody that tries and tries to gather as much information as you can. But the first question I have that I would have when I'm talking to prior hunters is, when did you get drawn and when did you hunt elk in Kentucky? If you're talking to somebody that was drawn 10, 12, 14 years ago, The game has changed. The game has changed. And you talk to somebody who was drawn in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, they're going to give you some pretty good stories, but you're going to be sorely disappointed when you get to the mountains down here.
Yep.
Especially if you got kidney stones, right?
Yep. Yep.
That's a story for another time. So, but I'm excited, man, about our hunters. I'm excited about our guides. We got some good stuff in store, and we've teamed up with some good people, expanding. We got some guides on board that I'm super excited about. We're gonna be all right, I think, this season. So pretty excited, to say the least. Looking forward to a big season for TLC Outfitters. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Good deal. What else you got, man? I've talked and talked here for about 50 minutes. What you got?
Well, listen, I got to bring this up. You know, you pulled up your bottle of Trapline beard oil a while ago, and so I brought mine out. And in case you're just joining in, all this mess right here is because I'm under the weather. And when I got off work today, I took me a little nap. So I've not had a chance to get my beard back in order since my nap. But let me just look. The product's awesome. So I got a little story here. I got some merch in from Brian up there at Trapline Beard Oil. Awesome stuff, right? So I opened the box and I screwed the lid off of it and I smelt it and I was like, oh my goodness gracious. So I covered up the flavor, the scent, the name of the product, right?
Yeah.
And I said, Jill, I said, smell this. Tell me what it smells like. And she went, and she said, it smells just like a fire pit.
Campfire beard wash.
Campfire. I mean, that goes to tell you exactly how he's perfected the flavors. All right. I use the word flavors because I like to eat, right? I mean,
that's right.
I don't need your comments, Justin and Paul and all them other boys, but I like to eat, so I use flavor. So this flavor is campfire. And when Jill smelt it, she said it smelled like a fire pit without even knowing what flavor it was. So that tells you how Brian's perfected the flavors. Now, that's just a fun little story. You know that I'm pretty critical about how businesses operate on their customer service and things.
That's right.
All right. And we've mentioned it on here before. And I get pretty bent out of shape because I don't like to spend my hard-earned money for a service and it not be respected. All right. So, service or a product. 1,200 miles away is where Brian's located. When I got this in the mail, and I think you'll be able to verify, there was a normal lid on this. Screwed down tight, in a baggie, sealed, right?
Yep.
Now remember, I got a sweatshirt. I got some other products come. A normal lid all the way down. This little flip top lid that's on like your shampoos and stuff, because that's what this is a beard shampoo, was loose. Shipped separately. Why? Because if he would have shipped that on there and it would have come open and shipping, I would have had a sweatshirt that smelled like a campfire for the rest of its life.
That's right.
I mean, dude, that one little notion right there to me sets a company apart from another company. Yep. You know, he had to spend look. I don't know how much these lids cost, but it cost something. You know what I'm saying? To ship 2 lids with one product. And so he's went out of his way for that customer service. 1,200 miles, and it showed up like it should. And guess what? The same day, I went to McDonald's and got me a Diet Coke. I can't even get it from the service window to my car without spilling it on me. And this come 1,200 miles in the shape that it should. So right there, boys, I'm telling you, Trapline Beard Oil, good products, good service, good people. Spend your money with those types of companies. And like I said, I mean, you can't even get a Diet Coke without spilling it on yourself because they don't put the lid on right.
That's right. I'm glad you hit that nail on the head.
So anyway, I would have been remiss if I had not mentioned that, because that is something that is important to me as a consumer and as a fellow business owner.
And who you want to deal with. Who you want to deal. Quality with quality.
Yep.
That's right. Trapline Beard Oil, boys. Mine's Lumberjack, buddy. And listen, he has got a Skeeter dope.
There's 20 different flavors or something.
Yeah.
Like
that. That's gonna repel mosquitoes, all natural. He's got 2 deer attractants. Now, we're not talking about doe estrus or anything like that, but we're talking about you can use this stuff while you're out hunting. And they actually, Jay Bicknell said it himself. And if you don't believe that guy, just go over to Bicknell Outdoors, Bicknell Bunch Outdoors, and you'll see why you should believe every word that comes out of Jay Bicknell's mouth. He said that they put it on a towel, put it out, and almost instantly it had deer on it.
I thought I'm under the weather, and maybe I'm not thinking straight. I thought they said a worn T-shirt.
Maybe it was a worn T-shirt. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, all kinds of human sin on it. Put the buck slayer or the buck snort, whatever. Put that on there, and put a trail camera on it, and the deer was rubbing all over it.
That's right. Yeah, quality stuff, man. Quality stuff. Glad to be lined up with people like Jay Bicknell, Bicknell Bunch Outdoors, and Brian with Trapline Beard Oil. We appreciate his support. But that's all I've got. Won't be long.
I'm ready to go back to sleep.
Yeah, won't be long. We'll be back at it, chasing those daytime coyotes. It's almost blackberry season. You know how we like them blackberries.
Buddy, and they're ready. I mean, you need to start picking them now, and that'll let your others start ripening up. But
that's right.
There's plenty of ripe blackberries around here anyway, so get out there and get it.
Yeah, that's right. And a happy belated birthday to you, bro. You feel another year older?
But I don't want no more birthdays.
Done having them, huh?
If this is what 45 feels like, I don't want to be 46.
You party too hard Friday and Saturday. That's why you enter the weather Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
No, buddy, not me.
Yeah.
Not me. Look, I put out a fair warning on Facebook. It's not my fault that the coyotes didn't check their Facebook posts.
That's right. Oh, and they some others tinkering around. I know. Well, we'll talk about that. Are we calling him Willie? He's Willie, the smarter version of Wiley Coyote, right?
No, I think the smartest one was old what we call Scarface. I think he was the smartest one.
Yeah,
because I've yet to get him. But I kind of refer to this one as the old shadow stalker.
Yeah.
Whenever my trail camera goes off and there's a shadow in there, like I'm blowing it up, zooming in. I'm making sure he's not standing over there looking at me.
Yeah.
Wait till if we're able to get this coyote, I promise you it'll be the most beautiful coat you've ever laid eyes on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
He's
is
something else.
It is something else.
Yeah. He'll mess up. He's too greedy. He'll mess up. He's frequenting more.
I'm worried about messing up. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't need to. You'll get him. I think he'll tighten up. I think he'll be enough
I'm
for
going to
you.
tell you right now, when he comes in, if he comes to a call and I see him out there, I'm going to be, I'm going to have the shakes.
You're gonna take the old
Cold acorns. I'll take the old
right.
cold acorns.
That's right. I think you'll get him.
He's my 180-inch whitetail is what he is.
Yep. Yep. Man, he's pretty. He is real pretty. I don't want to show a video of him yet till you get him. I want you to get him first. So, gonna be something. Folks, happy Independence Day week. We hope everybody will take time to remember the reason, the greatness, man, that I believe is still in this country. All our forefathers, serving, fighting, had a dream, and us living that dream today, and not forgetting where everything comes from, and that's our good Lord above, our Savior Jesus Christ. And just remember our independence, man. We take it for granted. All of us do. All of us take our independence and our freedoms for granted every day. Don't forget, give thanks to a veteran. Give thanks to the good Lord above. And I hope everybody get out and enjoy some family time and be safe, man. It's all right to have a good time, but be safe. I mean, it don't take. We're so far, just so close at any given time to accidents and to things having. Just be careful and enjoy one another. And don't forget, man, I still think we live in one of the greatest places on the face of the planet, especially right here in good old Kentucky. So, anything to add to that, Matt?
No, buddy, I'm good.
Yeah. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in to On Air and Outdoors with TLC Outfitters. Everybody join us back here next week. Everybody stay safe. Remember, if you want to know the creator, look at the creation. And I'm telling you what, if you're not out there and enjoying it, it is a wonderful creation. Take somebody fishing. Take somebody out coyote hunting. If you want to learn about coyote hunting and you don't want to go, give us a call. We'll tell you how to get started. We want everybody to get out and be able to enjoy. And we're always here, phone call or a message away. We appreciate everybody so much. We'll see you back right here next week on Air and Outdoors with TLC Outfitters. Y'all have a good one.
Eastern Kentucky, where I was raised, where the wildlife and mountains call my name. I was born to hunt, I was born to guide, a camouflage on a rifle by my side. Just good old country boys chasing dreams in the Appalachian Mountains, filled with trees. From those white-tailed bucks strutting toms, the bugling elks there on the run. Where those dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name.